Really smell that garlic. Yeah, what do you think? Whew, nothing like a shot to get you going in the morning, huh? Hey, girl. Oh, what a nice little baby, huh? This is the bullpen that's missing a bull. And this is what he did to the gate. Well, good morning, and we're back out here this morning. We've got a lot to do today. The first Monday of every month, I usually set aside to do maintenance. So by maintenance, we have to add water to our batteries, which I'll show you for our solar setup. We need to change the generator oil and just a bunch of other things. There's a whole list of things that I go through. So that said, today is Tuesday. And it's not the first week of the month. So it's actually yesterday would be the last Monday of the month. Next week would be the first Monday. I normally do that, go through and check everything. But I've got a busy day next week. So we're gonna try and get it done this week a little bit early. Won't hurt anything. We gotta get the generator started and get milking. All right, well, while we wait for the sanitizer to run for the pipeline, we'll just go around, check on all the critters. Oh, I was looking for Kerry. Kerry is the next cow due, and I was looking off in the barn. There she is, filling her face. So, no calf yet. Isn't that right, girl? She's very fat, though. So cows all look good, and this is another project I need to get to, but we'll talk about that later. So I'm gonna go check on the pigs, and this is why we check on things. This is the bullpen that's missing a bull, and this is what he did to the gate. So, not how I wanted to start the day. I guess I figured out why he busted out of the gate. Really thought the pipe gates would hold him, but looks like Bridget there is in heat. I actually wanted to breed her, Bridget here, and then I also wanted to breed Oreo. It's double stuff. It's out of Oreo. Those two are ready to breed, size-wise. Maybe even Renee there that's behind her. Hey, what do you think? Huh? Yeah, you get. Come on, go. All right, well, I'll have to figure out what I'm gonna do here. I wanted to bull in with a couple of the heifers, not all of them. There's still some young ones that are too small to breed. So I'll have to, we're gonna have to sort this out later. Felix, leave the camera alone. Huh? Leave me alone too. Well, if it's not the pigs breaking something, it's the cows, but you can't have anything nice. Anyway, let's go check on the pigs. Well, I tried to be quiet and not wake him up, but I was unsuccessful. So, all right, well, we'll go get milking done, and then we'll try and sort out the Felix situation. We want him to breed heifers, but we want him to do it on our terms, not his. So we try and spread them out so that we don't have them all do it at the same time. And like I said, some of them aren't large enough to breed or old enough to breed quite yet. So probably another 2 months, but like I said, we want to spread them out and try and get the larger ones bred now. All right, so we're back out here in the farm store. We just finished up, well, not just, finished quite a while ago, milking. We've got the milking, feeding cows done, all the chores, feeding pigs and things like that. So now it's time to get moving on the maintenance stuff. It's a lot later start than I had hoped for. I had hoped to be done, but there's been a bunch of distractions today. So every time I turn around, there was either somebody pulling in the yard or yeah, just nothing ever goes to plan. So anyway, I'm going to show you here. We have a battery bank that we run our farm off from. We're actually running off right now. So all the lights and refrigeration all run off this battery bank. It requires maintenance once a month. So the batteries are all located here in an insulated box. It's also ventilated, so it vents to the outside there. The batteries, as they charge, produce some sort of gas. I think it's hydrogen gas, I don't know. Anyway, bad stuff. You wouldn't want to smell it or breathe it. So anyhow, we need to top off the water level in all the batteries here. So this here is our battery bank. It's 8 batteries. And it's a 48 volt system. So what we have is there's caps that go down, and we fill. We need to fill them up with water, top them off. So as they charge, they actually some of the water evaporates out of them. Like I was saying, what we do is we check the water level in the batteries, and then we top them off. Most of them take about a gallon a month. So it's distilled water. The summertime, sometimes it takes more because they're hotter. The batteries get hotter. All right, so there it is. They're all topped off. I don't know if you can even, maybe you can see way down in there, but anyway, there's water down in there that we just fill it up. There's a little indicator, plastic indicator in the bottom, but these caps just snap back on. They're vented. The white stuff all over those batteries is baking soda. I may or may not have overfilled them once or twice. So you put baking soda on it, and it kind of neutralizes the battery acid. But anyway, we can get this put back. All right, so that's the first project done there. I've got those, they're all topped off, and they'll be good to go for another month. Next thing we have to do is I need to change the oil in the generator. We'll wait and do that last, though. I've got a couple projects that need to be taken care of in the creamery first, so before I get all greasy with the generator, we'll go take care of those. All right, so we're all set there. The batteries are all good for another month. We actually have, we're going to upgrade our battery bank. We've already contacted a company and contracted with them, and they're going to upgrade the batteries to, I think they're lithium ion batteries. But the good thing is we won't have to keep putting water in them. So really looking forward to that. So it's just doesn't take a lot of time, but it takes time every month, and you have to remember it. Otherwise, the batteries go dry and they're no good. So anyway, we're going to head over to the creamery right now, and got to flush out the water heater. We have an on-demand propane hot water heater, and it's a commercial unit, and what it does is it heats the water up to about 100 and I think it's 180 degrees is what it's set for, but it actually comes out at like 170, I think. But anyway, it needs to be cleaned out regularly. We flush it out with some vinegar, and just keeps it working better, and I'll show you how we do that. So this here is the unit. What you have to do is there's clean out caps down here where you can hook a hose, and then it circulates water through the unit to get it to flush out and clean out. All right, so this is a project that I don't do every month. This one only gets done maybe twice a year. So it takes two washing machine hoses, and you hook it to the bottom of the heater here. You turn the water off to it, so there's no water coming in or out of it. Then you hook two of these hoses up. Had to go buy new ones because I lost the old ones. So anyway, we do that. And then we also use a small drill-powered pump to circulate vinegar through it. So white vinegar. And it'll clean out the heat exchanger. So there's a pretty large heat exchanger with all these really fine tubes in there that need to be cleaned out. So at least that's what they tell me. But it'll kind of stops working if you don't do this. Trouble is, I always have to remember how I do it. I don't do it often enough that I can remember. So I'll mess around with this here for a minute and see if I can figure it out. All right, well, I remembered how I did it. Whether it's right or wrong, I don't know, but it works. So I'll show you here. So the way this works here is there's one hose on the outlet side, which would be the hot water out. Then there's one hose that hooks to the cold water. So the vinegar goes in through this hose where the cold water would normally be going into the heater. And then where the hot water would normally come out of it, this valve is shut off so that the hot water can't go back into our system out to the sinks. What it does is it diverts it off into this hose, which goes back into the bucket of vinegar. So we're gonna circulate that around for a while. All right, so the water heater's all done, and I thought I'd show you real quick while I'm here in the cheese room, or the creamery. Here is our cheese vat. And it has the knives and stir and stuff like that. It's also a pasteurizer. So there's a chart recorder up on the wall that actually records the temperature of the milk and the airspace and does all sorts of stuff there. Got a rolling rack. Yeah. There's a walk-in cooler back there. There's one of two coolers. And then that red door goes out to where the milk house is, and that's where we're headed next. We're in the milk house now. This is going to be the last job of the day. Originally, I planned on changing the oil in the generator. That'll have to wait till tomorrow. So anyway, what I'm doing here is I've got a leaky faucet I want to fix real quick. Then we've got to go out, shut the cow water tank off. It's getting awfully cold, and we're done for the night. That's not gonna work. I was hoping I could just tighten that up and it would stop leaking, but I think it's a washer that's inside there. There's a rubber washer between the two of those. All right, we'll give this a try. I don't hold a lot of hope, but I replaced the old O-ring, and it didn't really look bad, but I'm hoping this one's better. Well, there we go. No more leak. I won't even tell you how many times I took that apart. All right, so that's the last project of the day. I stopped videoing after a while. I must have taken that thing apart and put it back together at least 10 times, maybe 20. Anyway, I replaced a bunch of O-rings on it, couldn't get it to stop leaking. It actually started leaking worse than it was leaking originally. And in the end, it turned out, I was thinking there's a little rubber O-ring on there. I was thinking that was the problem. And come to find out, the fitting itself actually had a split in it. Just a tiny hairline split. It wasn't until I tried to tighten it up that it became a bigger split. So anyway, no more leak. Fortunately, I had another piece off that other faucet I actually had a couple faucets that were no good. So that's why we keep our junk hanging around, is when you need to steal a piece off it. Anyway, bunch of O-rings that can go back in the kit, and the water has stopped leaking for tonight. Hopefully tomorrow too. But anyway, that's it for tonight. I'm gonna head for the house, and we'll pick this back up tomorrow morning. All right, one last thing to do tonight. I just need to check on Kerry real quick. She is going to have a calf. Hopefully not too soon. It's awfully cold tonight, so we'll see here. All right, so this is Kerry here, and you're gonna hold off and have a baby some other time, I hope. Keep that baby in there for a few more days. All right, well, coming to say hi. All right, she doesn't look like she's gonna have it tonight, I hope. It's awfully cold. It's down in the single digits tonight, and it's chilly to have a calf, but we'll keep an eye on her for the next couple days, and it's supposed to warm up, which hopefully it does. Speaking of warming up, I am headed to the house. I need to go get some firewood first, though. All right, we're out here checking on the cows this morning, and Kerry finally had a calf. Hey, girl. Oh, what a nice little baby, huh? Oh, you're gonna be a heifer, I hope. Oh, yeah, finally. Good job, girl. Good job. Okay, well, we're gonna leave them be. I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee, and then I'll come back out and I'll get a calf coat on that calf. It's up trying to nurse right now, so I don't wanna interrupt breakfast. So we'll let it have a chance to get breakfast. And I'll get my breakfast. All right, well, I just headed out to put a calf coat on that new heifer and get some iodine. We're gonna spray its belly, umbilical cord. So yeah, let's get to it. Morning, girl. Leave it be. Stop it. Hey, leave the camera alone. Come on, leave it alone. So we put these calf coats on them to keep them warm. It's not super cold today. It's maybe 20 degrees. They grow a lot better if they can stay really warm. All right, so I was trying to put the clip on the calf coat, and it turns out the last calf that had it on must have broke it. So my solution is I'm gonna put a zip tie, a pink one at that. So anyway, this is a perfect example of where my days go wrong. take a job that should take 2 minutes and it takes 10. Before you know it, that happens on all the jobs of the day. And that's why I can never get anything done, or everything that I want done. Don't lap me, lap your baby. Well, there we go. Job one of the day done. So she's just a little thing, so which is good. But I need to come up with a name for her. So her mother is Kerry, which I think I've said before. She's out of Grace, and Kerry was born while we were in Ireland. We were on a trip to Ireland. So we thought that would be an appropriate name, and it was in 2018, I think, is when she was born while we were away. And now Kerry has 2 daughters. She has Cashel and Claire, so 2 other Irish names. So we need to come up with an Irish name for this heifer. So really glad that we finally got a heifer. It's about time. All right, so it's been several days since I started this video, and I think originally I planned, and I did a bunch of maintenance projects, which I got most of them done. I had planned on changing the oil in the generator, which I still haven't got to. It's been a busy week. So we've had to load pigs, which I may have already talked about. We loaded some pigs, hauled them to the butcher, hauled some meat back, hauled some meat down to the processor that makes our dried salamis, and in the meantime, we've also had the new heifer calf that was born just last night. And then we've also been dealing with a sick cow, which I'm going to show you how we treat them right at the moment. And then we need to get on with milking. Our sick cow is Lacey. She has come down with mastitis. So we've got a couple aspirin here we'll give her. But we'll give her that. And then we also treat the cows with homeopathics. We're certified organic, so we can't just use antibiotic. If we use an antibiotic, we have to, if we treat the cow with an antibiotic, we have to get rid of the cow. So anyway, we're gonna try some of this. We've got we have a garlic tincture. It's made with vodka and garlic, and I think that's all that's in it. And then I put a little bit of the homeopathic in. But yesterday, there was just a tiny bit left in the jar, so I threw it in the bottle. Anyway, we'll give a syringe of that, stick it in the mouth, give her about 30 cc's of that, or 20 cc's. 2 of the aspirin, and then some of the homeopathics, and hopefully it works. So yesterday was the first day I treated her. I kept her in the barn and treated her a couple times with aspirin, and see if it works. All right, we'll see how this goes. Yesterday she was feeling kind of sick, so she really didn't put up much of a struggle. So what we do is there's a bunch of, you won't be able to see it, but there's a bunch of these little pellets here. They're homeopathics. There's 3 different ones that I used. We just put them in our mouth, so. You gotta behave yourself this morning, girl. Come on. Just put your hand in the corner of their mouth, open it up, and then I just drop it in as far as I can. What do you think? Do you like that? This is a shot of the garlic. It's garlic and vodka. You can really smell that garlic. Yeah, what do you think? Whew, nothing like a shot to get you going in the morning, huh? So this here is a balling gun, and what we do is the aspirin, you can see how big it is. There'll be 2 of them. Goes into the gun, and then you work it kind of like a syringe, and it pops it out. So you stuff it down into their mouth, goes down in their throat, so they won't choke on it. We gotta give 2 of these. Good girl. Good girl. That's a girl. Oh, your breath stinks. Your breath stinks. Come on. Swallow it down. Come on. Come on. Oh, stop fighting. Stop chewing on that. No, don't bite it. There we go. Ah, there you go. Good girl. That's a good girl. Good girl. All right. All right, so that's it. That's all it took. We'll wait and see. She had mastitis in 1/4. That cat's wandering on the pipeline. Anyway, she had mastitis in just 1/4 and came on quickly. Hopefully it goes away quickly. We'll see though. Sometimes these homeopathics work perfect and it goes right away. Works just as well as an antibiotic would. Other times it just won't touch it. Depends what the strain of bacteria that's in there or the type of infection. Anyway, we'll give it a go, see what happens, and she put up a lot more of a struggle today, so I think she might be starting to feel better. I will keep her in the barn here for a couple days. We'll treat her a couple times a day, and then I've come in and we strip out that 1/4. Yesterday, I think I did it 6 times, so try and get whatever we can for an infection out of there, and hopefully she gets better. Well, this has been an awfully random video from doing maintenance on the barn to maintenance fixing cows. All right, well, that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you wanna see more of what's going on. And next time we will do an update on how Lacey is doing.